Hi classmates, Justin Bergen here again. So I'll kind of give you a view of what I'm looking at today. So I'm at work right now, but out on the golf course, you never beat that. Well, unless you're up in the airplane. So anyways, this week we're looking at airline mechanics or technicians. So starting out, I'm looking at the training and education. Decided to go straight to the source, FAA.gov. You can never beat that. So immediately you can see that they have a list of approved schools, which Liberty University does have a program, and it is the AMTP or Aviation Maintenance Technician program is what it is, and it's only 1 year. It's about 3 semesters. So that's actually a lot quicker than what I thought it would be. So I assume in that program you'd be getting your airframe power plant license, so you're qualified to work on all that, obviously. So the FAA requires 18 months of practical experience with power plant or airframe, or if you're in a program where you're doing both at the same time, it's going to require 30 months. That's pretty much, other than being 18 years of age and graduating the course, that's pretty much the only requirements by the FAA. So once you have that experience, then you can start looking at jobs with different companies. So the different career paths that you can kind of have are, you can work for the airlines, which I think is kind of the most typical situation. Looks like your regional airlines are going to pay less, obviously, than the big airlines. The pay for on Glassdoor.com. Okay, there's the work radio going off. Sorry. So on Glassdoor, it said the pay range for this position would be between $34,000 and $79,000 a year. Just a couple listings. They said Southwest was up to $70,000. UPS was paying $58,000 a year. So another option, if you didn't want to go for an airline right away, or you could also go for an FBO, because a lot of times they have mechanic shops there that you can work with, especially for smaller airports. Like where I got my license at Pullman Regional Airport, it's just a little, like, I don't know, they probably have like 5 or 6 hangars on the airfield, and so it's their maintenance shop that you'd be working out of. So the other option you can go is the Army, which I'm actually a 15 Tango, which is a Black Hawk helicopter, UH-60. Mike is what I focused on, but I was a repairer is the title of it. So basically I do all the general maintenance. If the brakes need to be replaced, I'll do the brakes. If there's a flat tire, I'll replace it. If we're taking the blades off or we're folding the blades, I'll be doing that. We'll do run-ups with the aircraft where you'll get up in the air and go fly with them. You're basically a door gunner as well as a crew chief, so you're kind of in charge of, hey, we're a little too close over here, this isn't a safe place to land, so we're going to need to land elsewhere. And then back at the shop, or back at the hangar, you're going to be basically the general mechanic. So that's 15 Tango, and they also have the 15 Delta, which you're working on the Chinook. You can get onto the power plants, you're working with engines, you can get on hydraulics, you can get onto avionics. I mean, there are so many different departments that you can get in with. Really, whatever interests you, you could research that, and the Army's definitely a route. You need your high school diploma. Some college will help you get higher ranks right away, but at E1, like I mentioned I think last week in my video, is $1,600 a month plus housing and food, and with 6 months of training you're going to be at your first unit, and that's after basic and AIT, where you learn to become a helicopter mechanic. You'll get to your first unit and you're going to start working on aircraft, and you'll be with them every day and just learning a lot more. And then after, I guess in the first about 2 years of the Army, you could probably get up to E5, E6, which is sergeant or a staff sergeant, and that's typically when you're going to become a TI, which is an inspector for the aircraft. So everything that we do on the aircraft needs to be signed off by an inspector who has gone through extra training and extra classes, and I believe the classes are with the FAA as well as the military, and so they have to go to basically they go to these, it's not a deployment, but it's a TDY. And so you go to this class in another state for a few weeks or a couple months, and then once you get signed off on that, then you go back to your unit and you're going to be the one signing off on all the aircraft. And then basically you just keep moving up through the ranks, and your 1,600 a month can go to 5,000-6,000 a month. And that's if you choose the Army option. Otherwise, like I said, airlines, FBOs, I think your choices are really limitless with this option. It's definitely good money, and I mean, something where for the most part you're going to have decent steady hours, 40-hour work week. You might do some overtime, or probably when you first start out you might be working weekends, but most likely it's just a general working job. Anyways, I hope everyone's going to have a great week. Thank you. Bye.